Beautiful people, how are you all doing today? Hope you guys are well. Before I talk about some details, let me answer these two questions. Let's talk about this today. I actually saw this question somewhere and I want us to talk about it and think about it critically. Okay, let us think about it like adults. All right, I'm talking from a point of somebody who already resides in a country in Europe. There are several things that most people don't know. Many of us here, we do not know. So, what is the question? I saw this question somewhere, and this person said, "Hello, Milton. I want to study abroad, but I do not have money. But there is an option for me to get a loan of $35,000 to study in the United States." So, this is the question. Guys, in case I do not respond to you individually, I'm making this video so that others can also learn because the time is really limited here. Trust me. Let us answer this question. First thing first, you say you want to take a loan of $35,000. Do I support that? To me, personally, okay, I do not support a loan of $35,000 because that money is a lot. It's a lot of money, and if you are not very careful, if you are not a very strong person, that money can put you into issues, health issues. Why am I saying so? I'm saying so because sometimes we are just desperate to travel. I understand how the economy is. I know we are looking for better options, which is fantastic. I always say that if you are somewhere and you do not actually have possibilities, if you see yourself that in the next 4 or 5 years, you are not going to get anything from that location that you are, or you do not see progress in the next 4 to 5 years, leave the area. I'm telling you facts, leave the area. I once lived in an apartment in Cameroon, in a room in Cameroon, and trust me, for the past close to 2.5 years, nothing was moving. Immediately, I changed that room and went somewhere else. That was how things started moving forward for me. So change your location today. But does it mean you should take a loan of $35,000? Milton says no, and these are my reasons. One, if you take a loan, for example, let's say you are applying to the University of Twente in the Netherlands, and your tuition fee is like 18,000 euros per one academic year. And you also need to show proof of funds, which is the living cost, insurance, visa fee. Okay, at the end of the day, you are definitely going to show the government about maybe 30,000 euros or more. Now, let's say you take the loan of $35,000, is equivalent maybe somewhere closer to 32,000 euros. Let's say you come here to the Netherlands. Now, and your program is 1 year or 2 years. Remember, you will have to study for 1 year or 2 years first, okay, because you are going to work. Even if you get a job, you cannot work full time, except that you are doing some, you get my point. Now, the legal time is 16 hours a week. Will you be able to generate that money? No. If the person does not want to wait for maybe after 2 years, even after 2 years, you will still not be able to raise that money from your full-time job to pay within 1 year, because a full-time job here, let's take, for example, now in the Netherlands, full-time job, at least if you are working full-time and you are legal and you pay your tax, everything, maybe at the end of the month, you should get at least 2,600 euros in your account, depending on the job and the company. I can't say more than this. I'm just giving you examples. Now, let's assume that after you study for 1 year, you get orientation year, because it will take you a lot of time to get a full-time job and a sponsored job. You manage to get a sponsored job. Let's say you look for a sponsored job, you look for a job for like 5 to maybe 8 or 9 months, because you are going to get a 1 year stay back visa to actually find a job. Now, let's assume that you find a job in the 8th month. That's already 2 years gone. All right. Then you start working now. You have to save again for like 1 year to pay that rent. Now, are you going to be saving for 1 year to pay that $35,000 or what? So my answer is, if the money is not less, like if you want to take a loan, the loan shouldn't cross $25,000. That is the best I can recommend for you, because at this stage, you are under pressure maybe to refund somebody, which is not good for your mental health abroad. Now, even if you want to take the loan, try to take a loan, right? If you do not have money and you want to take a loan that you can study courses that are in demand. Maybe things in the tech, things in the STEM, maybe things in healthcare, like in the technology, maybe artificial intelligence, data analysis, all those type of things, right? Then in the healthcare, maybe you can take something like nursing, maybe laboratory technician. These are courses that pays well. It does not mean you can only focus on courses that pay well. You can still take other courses. The main thing is for you to stay focused and remember you have some money to pay back. Do I recommend that you stay back home or you take money from somebody and jackpot maybe around 22, 24, 25,000 euros, or maybe take a loan? If I'm in your shoes, I will take the loan and jackpot. Then we sign an agreement. If the person can trust you enough, you sign an agreement that, okay, you are going to pay within this time, right? You estimate when you are going to finish your school. Then you look at when you are going to get a stay back visa to find a job. Then you give it like 8 months to find a job. Then you just estimate from when you will be working. Then you calculate the money. You guys do the calculation. But to me, 35,000 is a lot of money. Now you can collect this money and also target top countries. Don't take this money and give to agents. If you want to pay someone to do admission for you, pay them. If you want to pay someone to fill in the visa things for you, pay them. But do not give this money to an agent claiming that, oh, yes, put the money in your bank account, pay somebody to get you an offer, pay somebody to fill in the details for you online while you are there and you see it. If you do not really trust the individual, right? Do not give to an agent. The reason you shouldn't give the money to somebody but rather put it in your bank account is because if your visa is rejected, the money will still be in your bank account. You can reapply again. You understand? But if it's something you can do yourself, fantastic. If you cannot do it yourself, find genuine people to work with. Now, another option is you can also consider countries like maybe New Zealand, Australia, maybe US and Canada, and top countries in Europe. The first top countries in Europe like Luxembourg, Switzerland, Denmark, Ireland, Netherlands, okay, Sweden, Iceland, Norway. These are big countries. But again, like I said, if the loan is more than 25,000 dollars, don't take it. It's a lot of money for me. Rather, chase scholarship. If you see that scholarships are not going to come your way because of maybe your academic credentials are low, you do not have experience, or maybe you've applied for like 1 or 2 years, it doesn't come, please check other options. Maybe you look for a job, save a little. While you are working, you also look for small part-time things to do at the side that can generate you money. There are a lot of dirty businesses that you can do. Sell anything that you can sell and save money from it and travel. That is the best thing I can tell you. Some of us, we do not have money, but we want to travel. It is not possible if we are not working, right? Many of you have been saying it. It is not going to be easy. Immigration now is not that easy. And you need to also understand that most of us, or let me say most of you, you are looking for opportunities to enter into strong economies. Now, when I ask you people on one-on-one call, how much do you have? You will be like, oh, Milton, I have 8 million naira. I have 10 million naira. I have 15 million naira. Now, you forget to understand that you are not paying tuition abroad in naira. You are paying in dollars and euros. First thing first, convert the money to euros and you will see it has gone really down. Now, you have already, maybe when you convert that money, it's going to be like 5,000 euros. Now, before you take an example, let's say you are looking for a school in Sweden, maybe the tuition fee is like maybe 4 million for deposit. Or let's just say 6 million for the entire 1 year because you are paying per semester. You go to Denmark, you find the same thing. You come to the Netherlands, they are charging you 10,000 euros, 12,000, 13,000 euros. You go to Luxembourg, school is cheap, but is it easy to enter into the University of Luxembourg and other cheap schools in Iceland? No, it is not easy. So you have to be strategic and really speak to somebody who understands this moving abroad thing. It is not about going to Australia. It's not about going to New Zealand. I see some people online, they will tell you that, oh, skilled workers is the route. Skilled work is the route. But you need to ask yourself, does my qualification, does my experience can really get me into that skilled worker route, that skilled worker route? And again, how do I need to apply for a work visa? I need a job offer. Will I be waiting for a company for over 1 year, 2 years? While I'm still applying, maybe I'm applying, I'm not getting results. I will continue to apply. No, the more you waste time, things will close from here. Immigration is getting difficult now. Government are cutting. You guys can see what is happening in Denmark already. What is happening in the Netherlands, I've been explaining to you. Before you know, the next 2 years, it will be very difficult for internationals to enter here. And I don't blame the universities because most of us, we say we are coming to school. When we reach here, we do not go to school. So like I said, most schools are open now in Europe. Do not take a lot of money and claim that it is a loan and you want to do this. Even in the United States, if you take a loan of $25,000, it's not going to be easy for you because you need to finish school, find a job. Why? Remember, you are also catering for yourself. That's why I keep telling people that if you have your own savings, use your own savings, and come in. Because I actually came to the Netherlands because it was not about money. I wasn't looking for money. There are other things more than money I was looking for. And again, remember, I didn't just come here because I wanted to work. I was looking at opportunities ahead. You understand? So you need to ask yourself, why am I moving? Do I have the funds? Do I have the savings? If I do not have the savings, how much do I have? Now, can it take me to this country? If it cannot take you, you go to another small country, study there. Once you study there, you jump in into the European Union. That's why you always see me telling people that go to EU and Schengen zone, because I know what I'm saying. Yes, if you go and you study in Austria, in Russia, in Belarus, in maybe Serbia, in Montenegro, for you to enter the Schengen zone or the European Union, you need to apply for a visa. This is what many people do not know. But again, it's up to you to decide. My job is just to advise. If you think it is good for you to take the material, fine and good. And I hope that and pray that at the end of the day, you get results. Because if all of us are winning, nobody will be depending on anybody again. That is why I keep telling families that if you have a brother and a sister who is performing well in school and you guys are many, maybe three or four or five, sit down, try to push one person ahead first. Then you coordinate again and work, try to push another person. Then maybe by 2 or 3 years, these two people would be maybe doing one or two. They can now support the other people to move in as well. But rather than staying home and doing nothing, it doesn't make sense. I hope this information will help. This is the issue, and this person was even saying if you look at 25,000 euro dollars, it's going to give you how much? 14 million CFA francs. Then it's going to give you how much in naira? 36,500,000 naira. That's not play money. And you will look at this 36 million in your bank account and you think it's a whole lot of issues. But when you convert to euros, you will see that it is down. Now, I know some of you will be like, oh, Milton, it's better I stay back home and open a business. Again, like I said, not everybody that moved abroad was looking for money. It is very important for you to note this. Don't think you can come abroad and cure your poverty. No. If you are coming abroad, you should have a map. Draw a map out. And the worst thing some people will come here and do is to come, once they reach here, they stop education. If you stop education here, you are killing your own self, because at the end of the day, nothing is going to work. I hope this helps you. We meet again in another one. Bye-bye.